Hello, friends. It's Keela Fulkertsma. Come to say hi and let you know I haven't forgot about YouTube. I hope to make some more videos in the future, but I've been pretty busy um, outside of my social networking. I started a new job in November 28th, and it's got a really large learning curve. Not that I don't know how to audit, but I don't know how to audit the specific way my employer does it, so I've got to learn all those interesting things. So I've done some travel for work, and I've done some travel for training, and I'm going to be doing more of that in the future. Also started reading a few more books. I haven't read actual books in a while, but on a flight to go to my training, I decided to pick up a book, and I read the new short story book by Stephen King. Then I read Innocence by Dean Koontz, whom I absolutely adore, and I recommend that book to anyone, any of Dean's books, but chapter 77 and I think it was 85 maybe. Oh my gosh, what a book. What a book. What characters he creates. They really come to life. Um, and although I haven't written as prolifically over the last several years, my poetry, I do want to get back to that. I don't have any to share today, but I did decide that I was going to remedy one of the regrets I had from my childhood. Um, when I was 12, I joined the marching band in Stevenson, Alabama, and I chose the E-flat alto saxophone to play. I didn't realize that that was the most expensive instrument I could have chosen, but I had lived in New Orleans, and so saxophone sounded wonderful to me. The E flat was the smaller one, so that seemed reasonable. And so anyway, the band director at the time helped get instruments, but we were supposed to make payments, and I'm not sure that my family ever made the payments. So part of me was terrified that someone was going to come back and take the saxophone away, repossess it, if you will, like a used car, and then I would be totally embarrassed. Um, Pretty sure it was a used model anyway. I don't know what happened. A friend told me later that it sat in the band house for many years after I left it there. And if I'd known that, I would have went back and gotten it. Anyhow, add to that fear of repossession, um, we got a new band director because the band director that had been there the first year, who told me that I could actually play music for a living and that he wasn't kidding, um, whom I loved dearly, had a crush on actually. I got teased quite a bit over that and over him calling me down to sit with the senior band and play. But we got a new band director and he was changing everything. But other than that, um, it came time to march because Stevenson High School did not have just a sitting band or I don't know what you would call it, just a concert band. They had a marching band. It was connected with the football team. Well, I found that I, unfortunately, though I could play very well for my age, for a beginner, could not play and march at the same time because every time I tried to take a step, it would jam against my teeth and it sounded horrible, squawk, squeak, blah. I didn't like that. I didn't like the fact that the drum major was a little bit dramatic, and I had a hard time with coordination, and I still really am not a dancer, you know. So um, anyway, I decided that I wanted to buy a saxophone. And there's a very nice lady that I met that said she would sell me a Selmer that she'd recorked and stuff. She wanted me to come try it out, but I decided, she's like, bring your mouthpiece. Well, I didn't even have a mouthpiece. So I started looking around and I decided that I'm going to buy um, a student model, a bass model, and I'm going to start on that. I'm going to go back to the beginning. I'm going to have to relearn reading music, um, relearn all the notes. I remember the basic notes, but the sharps and flats, I don't have all those in my brain. Um, so I'm going to have to relearn that and relearn how to read music, and that's a little bit harder. It's not going to happen immediately. I've got a little bit. I remember F-A-C-E, face, and every good boy does fine for the treble clef, but actually reading it, and then when you get above and below the lines, I'm kind of like, gonna have to start over. But that's what I've been up to, and I love all you creative people. I could spend hours and hours scouring YouTube. I can't really keep up, so once in a while I'll catch up with my favorites here and there, and give a like, give a share. But anyway, I love you all, and you know, I always love the Beatitudes in the Bible. You know, the blessed are the meek, blessed are they that mourn. And I'd like to add my own to that, not to be sacrilegious, but I believe blessed are the creative because they help bring joy to the earth. And I really admire all my creative friends who do artwork and make videos, play music, paint, draw, sing, dance. It's beautiful. Even take beautiful photos and share them. I love that. I love the flowers. It's starting to be spring. We've got some daffodils blooming, and I'm looking forward to more blooming too. So anyway, if I don't see you very often, know that I love all my friends. And here you go, my little student model E-flat alto saxophone. And that sounds pretty hideous, right? I got a lot of practicing to do. Anyway, I think the reed dried out. Talk to you later. Peace. Love you. Bye.